Welcome to this Operation Greatness podcast number 88. This is part of the Great Prosperity Experiment we're all doing together through OperationGreatness.com/experiment. Today we are doing our $1.2 billion person Prelude training. We're going deeper into that as we're watching that together. This is actually our Operation Greatness chapter meeting for today. So if you haven't yet begun leading your own Operation Greatness chapter, then you will see how to do that through OperationGreatness.com/experiment. You're going to want to do the Great Prosperity Experiment as well, because all of us are now coming together as our human family, and we're overcoming the scarcity, fear, lack programming, and we're returning to our nature, which is great wealth, prosperity, abundance, love, peace, unity, being of greater service to more people. You have so much more within you to give, to share, to receive. You're meant to have everything you want, and we're all transcending the programming to play small, to feel like you're undeserving, unworthy. My friend, you are so much more powerful than you can ever even imagine or comprehend. Now we're living that. No more holding back, no more playing small, no more sabotaging your success, happiness, joy, fulfillment, well-being, peace of mind, prosperity, meaning, impact, contribution. We're all serving each other, and we're creating as much wealth as we want. And this is the Great Prosperity Experiment. So we're doing this as a game. It's fun. We're all reaching out to each other. We're all leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating. So let's begin now. Are you ready for this? And again, we're doing this all through OperationGreatness.com/experiment. So when you go there, you'll see this page, and you'll actually get Operation Greatness podcast number 97 to give you more about the Great Prosperity Experiment. And today, though, on the inside, we're doing our Becoming a $1.2 billion person Prelude training, where we're going to go through that now, and I'm going to give you the post to make as you are leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating everyone connected with you, doing a little more today in being of greater service. So we're going to go deeper into this. You're going to want to do the full program. We're going to go through maybe the first 10 minutes of it here, because I'm going to write down the post that you can share with your friends, your followers, everyone connected with you online, all of whom you are able to bless, to liberate. So let's begin now. And are you taking notes on this? And actually, as we're doing, this is our Operation Greatness chapter meeting, as I mentioned. So this is how you are leading every one of your online friends and everyone in your community into your Operation Greatness chapter. So I'm going to stop and pause as we're doing this podcast. I'm going to pause and write down the post to give you, so you'll have that right in our training. So take notes on this. Do your posting while we're doing this Operation Greatness chapter meeting watch party, is what it's really called. So all of this again is through OperationGreatness.com/experiment. All right, we're ready to begin. Are you ready to transform the lives of everyone you are blessed to have connected with you, all of whom you are the greatest contribution in their lives that they have ever had, because you're handing them the keys to the kingdom, the ability to become great, to become as wealthy as they want, to experience great prosperity for themselves through all of us doing the Great Prosperity Experiment right here through OperationGreatness.com/experiment. So let's play this video, and we're going to play along, so to speak. We're all doing this together, so make sure that you're with us through OperationGreatness.com/experiment right now. friend. I'm so excited that you are joining us you're joining us in becoming a $1.2 billion person. Okay, so right there, first of all, how excited are you right here now? Because that's where, well, let me just give you the fundamental truth of the universe, how everything works. I call it the operating system of the universe. Where you give your attention is where you are giving your power, is how you are creating your life, is how we are creating our world. So, how great are you feeling right now? Because that's how you are flowing the great prosperity that is your nature, and you're not holding it back, kind of like limiting the Niagara Falls or the Pacific Ocean to just this one little small drop of water. No, you were blocking the great prosperity that is yours, which is required for you to open fully and flow with the currency of life. So how excited and inspired are you right here now? You're leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating everyone connected with you, all of whom you are blessed to be able to serve. So open yourself fully, feel that excitement, flow with the currency of life that's coming. I mean, for me, the infinite, unlimited, I call that God. You know, you can call it whatever is the cultural representation of that from where you were raised. That's probably what you call it. I call it God. God is seeking to flow into your life and then from you into the world. I mean, like you are in Japanese, I love this, they have the idea of the shakuhachi flute, where, you know, the instrument, like the wind, flows into the flute, and then based on how much you are open, where you are opening, beautiful music is created from that. So this is your purpose. Actually, your work is opening fully to God, and your purpose is extending God fully into the world at 100%. And the example that we have, we can all relate to that, is Jesus, because Jesus was not blocking God at all. He was 100% open to God, to receiving God. That's your work, 100% open to receiving God, and your purpose is extending God, allowing God to work through you like the instrument. You are God's instrument for miracles, after all, like the shakuhachi flute, where the music comes through you from God, and is the music, your life, the gift you are. You are God's gift to the world. You are God's instrument for miracles, and so you're opening fully to the gift you are and not holding back or limiting God in any way, because who are you to think it's even possible for you to limit the unlimited, whereas you are God's instrument for miracles? So opening fully to that, that's why you are here. Wow, I mean, how much more excited are you right now? Can you be any more excited than you are? Because that's where you're giving your attention, and you're being of greater service, and how much you are contributing meaningfully to others. That is how wealthy you are, how happy you are, how successful you are, how much meaning your life has. That's why you're here. The more you serve others, the more wealthy you are, the more happy you are, the more you believe in yourself, the more you know how much you truly matter. And you, my friend, are God's gift to the world, so there's no one more important than you. So be it. Be that gift. You're God's instrument for miracles, so allow the miracles to flow into your life, as you are then not limiting the unlimited in any way. Wow, did you see all the great stuff that came just from us looking at the first 11 seconds of this video that we're all doing together as part of you becoming a $1.2 billion person, as part of you opening fully to the infinite wealth that is your nature, it is your destiny, it is your duty, it is your responsibility to open fully to that and express that completely into the world, because that's how God is blessing and touching other people's lives, through the gift you are. You are God's gift to the world and God's instrument for miracles. So open fully to that. Wow, all of that just came from 11 seconds of this video. Maybe we're going to only get to the first 5 minutes of this. That's probably more accurate, because there's so much here for all of us to see, to live, to embody, to experience directly now. And you're feeling it now, and you're flowing it now. You're in the currency of life and open fully to the great prosperity that is your nature, and it is your gift to share that with the world. You are God's gift to the world, after all. I can feel that. I'm getting chills here. Are you feeling that so much as well? Because that's who you are. Remember, we're all doing this together through OperationGreatness.com/experiment. You can feel the God force, the infinite, unlimited, I call that God, moving through you, and through you blessing the world by you, for example, sharing this Operation Greatness podcast number 98 far and wide, and leading every one of your friends through opening to receiving the great prosperity that is their nature and their destiny and their duty to receive fully themselves and share fully with the world. That's all through OperationGreatness.com/experiment if you haven't yet done that. And make sure you are doing that with us live right here through that link, OperationGreatness.com/experiment. Okay, let's go back into our video and see where we go from after the first 11 seconds. Thank you for allowing me to share this gift with you. I'm very sincere. I have a very important request. I'm asking that you treat this full Operation Greatness Masterclass, becoming, I call it how to become a $1.2 billion person, but it's really becoming a $1.2 billion person. Treat this as though you invested $10,000 to receive it. I'm very sincere in asking you to play or imagine that you paid that much to be part of this masterclass, because then you're doing it at the level where you're expecting that at least tenfold return on that investment. So treat this as though you invested $10,000 into receiving this gift, and expect it to be worth well more than $100,000 to you. Okay, so you're appreciating that, right? Because remember, this is the operating system of the universe. I call it the first covenant. And where you give your attention is where you're giving your power, is how you are creating your life, is how we are creating our world. So already right here, treat this full training as though you paid $10,000 for it and are expecting it to be worth well more than 10 times that much, $100,000. That's, like my dad was a math professor in college. And so I get visuals of math sometimes because I had a good influence of an honorable man in my life. And so I'm getting like the visual of the coefficient where you are choosing to give your attention based on the coefficient of your expectation. That's like the multiplier effect. Like you're right here feeling great about receiving the full presence of God in your life, and you could interpret that directly in this case, in this aspect of what that means to you practically, as great prosperity. because you are the embodiment of the infinite and unlimited. I call that God. You are God's instrument for miracles. You are how God is blessing the world through your life. And by you being the gift to the world, God's greatest gift to the world, that's what you are here and being now. That's where you're giving your attention. That's where you're flowing your power, or that's you opening fully to God working through you to bless the world, and you're not obstructing, limiting the unlimited in any way. And so that coefficient, like, like you're familiar with the principle of tithing, where you give 10% to what serves you spiritually, the source of your spiritual growth, if that's your church or your temple or your mosque or whatever that is. Again, these are all just cultural expressions of the infinite unlimited. I call that God. I experience that as God myself. That's why atheism is kind of like people just so in their head, they don't even understand the currency of life. And I mean, actually, they're more just like obstructing the organized religion aspect of that, where, like the Catholic Church used to, well, be totally corrupt, and some would say it still hasn't changed, but I mean, like where you have to pay for the sin tax, you have to give, tithing was enforced, you have to give your money to the church as the middleman to receive God. I mean, that's just from ego. I mean, all of that stuff in the past, like what do they call it, the Crusades, where, convert to God or we'll kill you. I mean, there's nothing religious or there's nothing spiritual, there's nothing genuine about that. It's just all ego. And that's kind of where the atheists are. They're like, no, this organized religion is corrupt, it's not aligned with nature. And anyway, I mean, so anyhow, whatever your cultural upbringing is, that becomes what your frame of reference is. And the point I'm saying is, don't limit the unlimited. How is that even possible for you to be so arrogant or selfish to think you could limit the unlimited? How, that's like saying, I'm going to block the Pacific Ocean from serving anyone. I'm going to build this dam, and I'm going to keep all that from flowing into the lives of others. I mean, that doesn't even compute, right? Because your nature is wealth. And so what I'm talking about, this coefficient, that's really juicy and exciting and inspiring and liberating for you as well as for every one of us. Because, like going back to the tithing example, like at my church, the pastor says, give as much as you can, and really see that multiplying. And like they talk about, like if you give $10, then you can expect to get back $100. And yet that's what I'm talking about, that coefficient or that multiplier. So what I'm asking you right here is that you see this training, becoming a $1.2 billion person. I want to call it how to become a 1.2, but it's becoming a $1.2 billion person. I want you to see this as being well worth, and then that's that coefficient. You determine what that multiplier is based on you acting as though, feeling as though, creating as though you invested $10,000 in becoming a $1.2 billion person. And then that multiplier of 10, that 10 coefficient I'm talking about, that would mean it is worth, or will be worth, and therefore it is, $100,000, 10 times the $10,000 that you're treating this as though you invested in it. And yet that coefficient, that multiplier, why limit the unlimited blessing you there. Remember, you have to receive God. You have to breathe in before you can breathe out, right? You have to take the oxygen mask yourself before you fit it on your children and their mouths and make sure that they're breathing properly, right? You have to receive wealth. You can't limit the unlimited and expect your life to be the gift it is destined to be. So you have to say, I am worthy of God's blessing. I am worthy of the infinite, unlimited expressing fully in my life, through me, and from me into the world, right? So treat this as though you invested $10,000 absolutely into this training, because already, I mean, even this video is worth so much more than that, and even so much more than 100,000. This Operation Greatness chapter meeting, which is Operation Greatness podcast number 98, right? I mean, this is already worth so much more than that. Just from, and we've only looked at the first minute and 27 seconds of this 33-minute and 36-second video. And maybe that's long enough for our chapter meeting today, because you're already getting it. And I forgot that I was even going to pause and do all kinds of posting on here. I guess I'll have to do that later, because I'm flowing with this and not limiting God as it is expressed, as the infinite unlimited is expressing in my life, and then from there into your life. Because all of this is just God moving mountains and transforming your world as you are that inspired visionary leader of everyone connected with you. And there's no limit to how much good you now are doing in the world. You feel how important this is, how imperative this is, that you are now stepping up and open fully to God expressing through you to the world. Right? I mean, post about all of this. Go back to the beginning of this Operation Greatness podcast number 98, this Operation Greatness chapter meeting, and share your thoughts about everything. And in your thoughts, use your Operation Greatness chapter Freedom Money link, because this chapter meeting today, how many posts have you made so far in being of greater service, in leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating every one of your online friends, as well as everyone in your local area, because this is how you are God's instrument for miracles. And you feel that, you know it, you trust it, and you are embodying that and living that. You're being God's gift to the world right here. So go back to the beginning of even this Operation Greatness chapter meeting and pause and reflect and then post. Pause, reflect, and then post. Pause and then reflect and then post. Pause, reflect, post. Pause, reflect, post. And I mean, you probably have about at least 16 to 18 to 22 posts already just from what we've shared here. So make your posts and share your posts with us in our private Wealth Alliance. Remember, all of this is through operationgreatness.com/experiment. This is how you are demonstrating how powerful every one of us is by you no longer limiting the unlimited in any way or holding back in any sense. You're not blocking God. You're not limiting the unlimited anymore. Never again are you going to hold back or block God from expressing fully into your life, into the world, from you to the world. Right? So even post that. Wow, I see that I was limiting myself, and that was denying God. Never again will I ever do that. How much more open are you right here already? Wow, I thought we were going to go through this 33-minute, 36-second video, and we only got to a minute and 27 seconds, and it was so inspiring, so liberational. This is humanity liberational after all. And because of you hearing this yourself and embracing this and being God's gift to the world, you are God's instrument for miracles after all. So be it. Be that gift. Lead, inspire, transform, and liberate every one of your online friends, all of whom are, well, you are blessing by doing a little LITL, leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating every one of them. Lead them into this Operation Greatness chapter meeting, Operation Greatness podcast number 98, and yet make sure that you in all of your posts are using your Freedom Money link and leading every one of your online friends through becoming part of your Operation Greatness chapter and leading their own, because you're making $998.50 from everyone joining your chapter through your Freedom Money link and leading their own. And our goal in the first 10 days is that you are liberating 1,200 of your online friends, and then in our first month that you are liberating 12,000 people in your community as well as all of your online friends. And like 1,200, this is the big vision here. Okay, like remember where you're giving your attention is where you are creating your life and how we are creating our world, because that's where you're giving your power. So right here, see this as complete. All 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you. So you say it as all 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of me. And feel that, because that's where you're giving your attention, that's where you're giving your power. That is how you are creating your life and how we are creating our world. So see that as already done. We are all sovereign, we are all free, we are all wealthy, and this is through the great prosperity experiment that we're all doing together through operationgreatness.com/experiment, and you leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating everyone connected with you, all of your online friends, as well as everyone in your community. This is the great prosperity experiment. We're all coming from love, great prosperity, great wealth, great abundance, peace, unity. I call it PULP, actually, so you can remember it. That means peace, unity, love, and prosperity. And we're creating great peace, unity, love, and prosperity for every one of us. This is the monumental turning point in humanity, and it's happening, my friend, through you. Doing this with and for yourself, and with and for everyone connected with you. All as part of you leading your own Operation Greatness chapter through operationgreatness.com/experiment. So, be that inspired visionary leader. It is your destiny, it is your gift, it is your duty to be. Do that now if you haven't yet done that, and then through this Operation Greatness chapter meeting, you are leading all of your friends to join your Operation Greatness chapter and to lead their own, because this is how, like I talked about, your 1,200 people are growing into their 1,200, and that's 1,440,000 people who are then leading their 1,200 people. And now, my friend, you have liberated, transformed 1,728,000,000 people just by your 1,200 getting their 1,200 getting theirs, except no one left behind. Remember, all 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you. By all of us doing this together through your gift, through your leadership, your vision, through you no longer limiting the unlimited in any way. So, like your 1,200 people joining your Operation Greatness chapter through your Freedom Money link, that would be worth $998.50 for every one of them. So that's approximately $1,198,200 if I remember the math correctly. I'm just saying that from memory. It's almost, $998.50 is $1.50 less than 1,000. So 1,000 times 1,200 would be 1.2 million dollars. All right, 1.2. So your 1,200 people would be worth almost $1.2 million to you, right? And then those 1,200 getting their 1,200. And anyway, so this is Freedom Money link. This is your Freedom Money link. This is financial freedom. You're giving everyone connected with you the keys to the kingdom, the ability to become as wealthy as they want. This is great prosperity for every one of us. This is the grand, universal win, 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 win. And it's happening by every one of us demonstrating how powerful we are by focusing our unlimited power. You are so much more powerful than you can even imagine or comprehend, as you're already seeing right here, that you have the ability to transform the world through the great prosperity experiment. So it's an experiment, so it's fun. We're all working together, serving and supporting each other in our Operation Greatness Chapter Leader Private Wealth Alliance, where we're all sharing the links every one of us are putting out there as we're leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating every one of us. And you are the great leader the world has needed for a long time. You've always known or felt there was so much more for you. So going back to finish the conversation about this coefficient, remember I asked you in this video that we just started, we barely began, to treat this becoming a $1.2 billion person training as you are yourself becoming the $1.2 billion person that is your beginning starting point, and then you're growing and expanding from there. Treat this training, becoming a $1.2 billion person that you're getting for free as part of our Great Prosperity Experiment through OperationGreatness.com/experiment. Treat that as though you paid $10,000 for that and are expecting that 10 times factor multiplier, that coefficient, so that it's worth at least $100,000 to you, and your power is beyond measure, so you can easily create the fact that it's worth $1.2 billion, this becoming a $1.2 billion person training as you are becoming a $1.2 billion person yourself. So let's look at that, and then we'll wrap up this Operation Greatness chapter meeting. Treat this becoming a $1.2 billion person training as though you paid $10,000 for it and are expecting at least that 10 times multiplier, and yet that multiplier is that coefficient that I'm talking about here. That is dependent on only how much you are limiting the unlimited, how much you are blocking God from coming into your life, how much you are open to receiving God. And I'm asking you right here to open that fully to 100%, following the example of Jesus. And remember, Jesus challenged you to open fully just as he did. He was the inspiration. He was showing you what's possible for you, because you are unlimited in, well, why would you ever limit God, the infinite unlimited? And yet, Jesus, what did Jesus say? All these things that I have done, all these miracles that he did, like raising the dead, turning water into wine, breaking one loaf of bread to enough food to feed an army. And he said, all these things that I have done, you will do yourself. And then what was that ultimate challenge that he added? And so much more. Jesus is saying, this is how you are meant to live your life, no longer limiting the unlimited in any way. Follow my example. You saw what Jesus did by receiving God at the level of 100%. Receive God at that level yourself. All these things that I have done, you will do yourself, and so much more. That's Jesus challenging you right here, right now, to open fully and not limit God in any way anymore, because you are God's gift to the world. You are God's instrument for miracles. God is right now working through you to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate humanity, every one of us. All 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you. Open fully and receiving God yourself now. And extending God fully into the world. Leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating all of your online friends. Do that here. So don't limit God. Don't limit how much of the infinite and unlimited you are willing to receive. Open that fully. And what does that mean? Instead of expecting a tenfold return on the $10,000 that I'm asking you to act as though you invested in becoming a $1.2 billion person, expect at least a 1,000-fold return. So $10,000 times 1,000 is $10 million, right? So create at least $10 million as a result of you becoming a $1.2 billion person. Or create $1.2 or $12 billion as a result of really opening fully to receiving God and sharing God in the world. Being God's instrument for miracles that you are. How is this inspiring you? How much more focused are you? How much more of the infinite, unlimited, are you allowing to flow into your life and from the gift you are out into the world? You're no longer limiting that, right? Affirm that, acknowledge that, receive that, and share that. This is your destiny. This is your duty. This is your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. To be exact, the 5D life meant to be yours. This is your destiny. This is your work. This is, you've seen already, you have the ability to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate 1,728,000,000 people just by leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating your 1,200 people, except lead everyone, all of your online friends and everyone in your local community, because this is the reason for you being on the planet. This is the purpose of your life. This is the higher purpose. This is of social media, as well as all of us being online now. This is the deeper reason for all of that. And you are the one creating that. All 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you. Doing this for yourself and doing this with and for everyone you are blessed to have connected with you, as well as everyone in your local area through your Operation Greatness chapter. What was most inspiring in this for you, in this Operation Greatness chapter meeting? How much are you sharing this and excited about all of the good and the great you are doing in the world from even this Operation Greatness chapter meeting? Make sure you're doing the rest of becoming a $1.2 billion person, our Prelude training, as well as all other parts of the training, all through the great experiment, the great prosperity experiment, through operationgreatness.com/experiment. Share all of the posts that you are making with every one of us in our Operation Greatness chapter leader private wealth alliance. I'm so moved and touched and inspired by the person you have become right here. I can feel it, I can see it, I can sense it in the field. You know, we're all connected. That's why, I mean, you're the raising tide, raising all boats right here. And I can feel that shift in the field, in collective consciousness. You are the inspired visionary leader the world has needed. It has been your destiny. You've always known there's so much more for you. This is it. Now you're living this. And I'm so grateful for you hearing this completely and taking this to heart and not limiting the unlimited in any way, not holding back ever again, not coming from scarcity, fear, or lack ever again, coming from your heart, allowing God, let God in, and being consciously God's instrument for miracles. That is your destiny, your duty to be. You, after all, my friend, are God's gift to the world. So be it. And now you are being it. Now you're that $1.2 billion person. And wow, can you just see how much more loving the whole world has become as a result of you living this fully every day from this moment moving forward? How much more wealthy are you? How much more wealthy is everyone in your community? Is all of your friends? Are all of your friends? Because they're experiencing the great prosperity that is their destiny, just as you are right here now. And you're showing them the way. How much more love is there in your community? How much more love is there among all of your online friends' lives? Because none of us are limiting the unlimited ever again. And the whole world has transformed as a result of you, allowing this to be what has transformed your life as you are feeling the presence of God every moment now. And you're not limiting that coefficient, which is really the presence of God, anymore. So the $10,000 that you invested in this in becoming a $1.2 billion person, you're not limiting that to just a multiplier of 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000. There's no limit to the unlimited, so don't limit what you are receiving, because that's allowing what you are extending. That's allowing God to work through you to move mountains and transform the world. And that's exactly what you are doing, what all of us are helping and serving and supporting you in doing that, having the full impact that is your destiny, that is your duty, that is your gift to have on everyone in your community and all of your online friends and the whole human race. All 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you. Receiving God completely yourself and allow God to move through you to bless the world. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I believe in you. I know how much you truly, truly matter and how powerful you are. And now you know that too. And the world is such a more beautiful, peaceful, prosperous, loving place as a result of you hearing this completely, allowing this to transform your life as you are transforming the world. Thank you very much.